Hello, dear friends and subscribers. Welcome back to Cricket Happenings. This on a Sunday. Well, on this Cricket Happening show, I have to start off with a record win by South Africa over Bangladesh, where they shattered the record for the most number of runs without losing a single wicket. So actually, South Africa went on to crush Bangladesh in the first one-day international by 10 wickets with an opening partnership of 282 runs doing the job for them, with Quinton de Kock registering a century. He was batting on an unprincely 168 of 145 balls, 21 fours and 2 sixes. Hashim Amla carved out 110 of 112 balls, 8 fours. And this is the highest ever chase done without losing a wicket. So it has broken the record that was set by last year, I suppose, probably in the year 2017, set by the England opening pair of Alex Hales and Jason Roy when they did it against Sri Lanka. But here, this was something which was much more than that. Probably that was only 250 runs. Here they were chasing 279 runs for victory, and they wiped it off with 282 for no loss in 42.5 overs. So it was a crushing win by South Africa over Bangladesh to start proceedings in the ODI series with a 1-0 victory. And the other match, other thing that I'm going to look at on this cricket show is going to be the preview of the second one-day international, which is coming up between Sri Lanka and Pakistan in Dubai. I'll be talking about that. But first, let's get on to the ground here in the at the Diamond Oval in Kimberley, where the first ODI was played. One knew that the sun was shining brightly. It was 30 degrees centigrade over there, and Bangladesh were the ones who actually won the toss. Now, one thing was very certain. After looking at the pitch, which was a really flat pitch, Bangladesh probably should have scored in excess of probably 300 to 350 runs. This was definitely even 400 runs for this particular pitch. But Bangladesh, they only had Mushifqur Rahim, who played a wonderful innings of 110 runs, was unbeaten on 110 with 11 fours and 2 sixes of 116 deliveries, and that helped Bangladesh deliver 278 for 7. But definitely on this flat pitch, this particular total, according to me, looked as flat as it could be. But let's talk about the game here. So Bangladesh winning the toss, and they had a new opener today. As you know, in fact, Bangladesh had another problem as well. They already had lost the services of Tamim Iqbal, and now they also lost the services of the kingpin bowler Mushifqur Rahim, and that was a big blow for them on just before the start of the match, and so that meant that they had to actually give a debut to Mohammad Saifuddin, the young pace bowler. So it all started off with Imrul Kais and Liton Das opening the innings, and but Liton Das was looking very good. He was nicely playing his strokes. He was really getting on in a very positive fashion in the power play overs against the South African bowlers. Kagiso Rabada was bowling a miserly spell. He had probably bowled 3 overs or 4 overs for just 11 runs. Dane Patterson came into the team with Dane Patterson was making his debut today, and also there was one more debut today, and it was for Mohammad Saifuddin of Bangladesh. So, but Dane Patterson, who bowled the opening exchanges, was definitely looking a bit listless. In fact, he did not have a good debut. He leaked a lot of runs. His 9 overs costing 69. As Imrul Kais and Liton Das were in the middle. Imrul Kais was, as you know, he likes to play aggressively, and Imrul Kais and Liton Das were doing a decent job, I thought, on this flat wicket, as they realized 43 runs for the first wicket. And then finally, the first wicket fell after Liton Das had scored 21 impressive runs of 29 deliveries, 4 fours. Kagiso Rabada picked up his wicket by getting him caught by du Plessis. So that was wicket number 1 with the score on 43 in the 9th over. Shakib Al Hasan joined Imrul Case at the other end, and slowly they pushed the scoring along in a very I would say not a leisurely fashion, a cautious fashion as things were going on. But Imrul Case, after having made 31 of 43 balls, four fours, fell a victim to the bowling of Dwayne Pretorius as Dwayne Pretorius got Imrul Case to edge and delivery onto D. Kock behind the stumps. He was gone for 31, which made the score 67 for 2 in the 14th over. Shakib Al Hasan was joined in by Mushifqur Rahim. Shakib Al Hasan, well, he was really trying to revive the Bangladeshi innings in the company of Mushifqur Rahim. Mushifqur Rahim joined him, and Mushifqur Rahim definitely got into his stride right away as he started hitting those drives that he's famous for, and also the cuts that he plays very well. As this was the most experienced pair at the crease, Shakib Al Hasan and Mushifqur Rahim, and they were doing a fine job till Imran Tahir. Now this was a very well thought out ploy by du Plessis. Shakib Al Hasan was very watchful at one end, and so with Imran Tahir, the leggy, coming in, du Plessis decided to insert a slip in position, and what a master stroke that was, as Imran Tahir's googly was not well read by Shakib Al Hasan, and it ended up with Shakib Al Hasan edging it into the hands of Amla in the first slip, and Shakib Al Hasan was a goner for 29 or 45 dealt with 2 fours. The score read 126 for 3 at the halfway mark in the 26th over. Mushifqur Rahim was there, and Mahmudullah joined him, and then there was another partnership now. After that partnership between 59 runs it yielded between Shakib and Mushifqur Rahim, and the next partnership started with Mahmudullah and Mushifqur Rahim at the centre. Mahmudullah played one very good stroke, a breathtaking stroke at that, I would say. I mean, Mahmudullah had the temerity to actually come down the wicket, and in the process he came down the wicket and he adjusted him in such a fashion that he swung the bowler Kagiso Rabada. That takes real guts to come down against a bowler like Kagiso Rabada and tonk him into the stands for a 6. What a shot that was. And Mahmudullah and Mushifqur Rahim, there was a bit of aggression in the middle at the time when these two batsmen were at the crease, and Pretorius was the one who saw the back of Mahmudullah by getting him caught by Miller. Mahmudullah's contribution being 26 of 27 deliveries, 3 fours and 1 6. Sabir Rahman contributed 19 of 21 balls, 1 4 and 1 6. Nasir Hussain could not do much, fell a victim to the bowling for Rabada for 11 of 8 deliveries, 2 fours. And then the debutant, I thought he impressed with the bat, 16 of 12 deliveries, 11 deliveries with 1 4 and 1 6, becoming a victim of Rabada to leave Mushifqur Rahim at the end not out on 110 of 116 deliveries, 11 fours and 2 6, and thanks to Mushifqur Rahim's century, the score moved on to 278 for 7. But at least one was looking at this flat track. It was always one was really looking at a score in excess of 350, but that was not to be. But as far as the bowling was concerned, Kagiso Rabada bowled excellently. 10 overs on maiden, 43 runs and 4 wickets, on the money, I would say. Dane Patterson on his debut was very unimpressive. He was probably trying to do what Kagiso Rabada was doing by trying to use the short stuff, and really paid the penalty as the Bangladeshi batsman really got after him. 9 overs, no maiden, none for 69. An unimpressive debut at that. Imran Tahir, 10 overs, 1 for 45. Wayne Pretorius, 10 overs, no maiden, 2 for 48. Philip Wayo, 10 overs, none for 60, was a bit costly. And Dumini, 1 over bowled for 8 runs. Now, it was the turn of South Africa to chase a target of 279 runs for victory with the opening pair of Quinton de Kock and Hashim Amla in the middle. And well, one saw that these two batsmen were absolutes. There was nothing in the world that could worry them, as the bowling was not really up to the mark. Rubelius in 6 overs went for 37. Mashrafe Murtaza 8.5 overs, no maiden, none for 50. Taskin Ahmed 8 overs cost 61. Shakib Al Hasan 8 overs 48, and even the young debutant Mohammad Saifuddin 5 overs was very costly. He went for 46 of his 5. Nasir Hussain 5 overs, none for 29. And Mahmudullah 2 overs, no made and none for 11. And Quinton de Kock and Hashim Amla really played like masters. There was nothing in the world that could worry them. In fact, Quinton de Kock was full of aggression in his knock. Look at that knock of his. He was not out on a princely 168 of 145 deliveries, 21 fours and 2 sixes in a very princely knock from Quinton de Kock. His drives were impeccable. His timing was superb. He was beautifully stroking the delivery, and at times was also tonking it for sixes. As far as Hashim Amla was concerned, well, I thought Hashim Amla, by his standards, probably played a bit of a sedate knock here, even though he scored 110 of 112 balls. This was his 33rd century in my reckoning. Hashim Amla, 110 of 112 deliveries, 8 fours. But whenever he hit those boundaries, it was a real treat to watch. And Hashim Amla, as you know, it's all about pure timing and grace, and that's what one saw. And as I said, they broke the record now. The new record for the highest chase in ODIs without losing a wicket is 282. That happened today at the Kimberley Oval, at the Diamond Oval in Kimberley. 282 for no loss. South Africa taking a 1-0 lead, a crushing victory over Bangladesh in the first match of the ODI series. And I was a bit surprised that Quinton de Kock, probably because of his very aggressive innings, I would have probably gone for both the man of the match, joint man of the match award, but probably I think that really still makes sense, because Quinton de Kock was completely aggressive, and that's what actually clinched the man of the match in his favor. Quinton de Kock getting the man of the match award for an aggressive 168 unbeaten runs. So that is as far as this particular match is concerned. Now from here, as I said, I'm going to do a brief preview of the match which is coming up tomorrow. We are talking about the second ODI, the second one-day international, and also one more thing that I would like to share is a small record coming in from Shakib Al Hasan. Shakib Al Hasan became the first player to actually the fastest to 5,000 runs and 200 wickets in one-day internationals as an all-rounder, and that is a proud feeling for Shakib Al Hasan. And also David Miller was playing his first 100th ODI, but never got an opportunity to bat. And also du Plessis was telling that he probably was going to do some experiment there and probably send Andil Felquayo, if at all a wicket fell, to go and really attack the bowling and finish off the match to give him some experience. But unfortunately it did not happen. That was something, a plan of thought in du Plessis' mind. Well, as far as the second ODI is concerned, it's coming between Pakistan and Sri Lanka. It's going to be played in Dubai. And as you know, Sri Lanka have already lost the first one-day international, as we all know. And let's see the Sri Lankan team as to what they could do better. Well, the Niroshan Dikwala, Upul Taranga, well, they are all like familiar choices. Kushal Mendes, probably everyone could get into some good innings, probably play a long innings, hold the fort together, and that's what precisely would be wanted. Tisra Pereira, Suranga Lakmal, well, whether tomorrow there could be some change, whether Vishwa Fernando might come in, one has to wait and watch, or whether they would settle in for the same combination. So that is something one has to see, whether Vishwa Fernando could get an opportunity. So Sri Lanka definitely have to be really pull up something here, as the Pakistan bowling is looking very sharp with Ruman Rais, Junaid Khan, Hassan Ali. Even though Junaid Khan did not take wickets, he looked pretty sharp. And Ruman Rais and Hassan Ali, well, does not deserve any introduction there. Ruman Rais in his first match, he bowled extremely well. Shadab Khan, Imad Wazim, the left-arm spinner. The batting also looks very strong. Everyone had the moments. Ahmed Shahzad would be hoping that he could actually get some runs under his belt tomorrow in the second ODI. Babar Azam, already a prolific scorer in one-day international cricket. today in today's international cricket. And Mushifqur Rahim, Shoaib Malik Mohammed, everybody got a hit. Sarfaraz Ahmed is another one who is probably under a bit of a cloud here as far as his form is concerned, because he did not have a good test series as well, and even in the ODI series he failed in the last match. So it's high time that Sarfaraz Ahmed also comes to the party, the captain of the Pakistan cricket team, to basically show that he can lead from the front. Well, dear fans and subscribers, always a pleasure bringing you this daily cricket show of mine. Hope you all enjoyed this cricket broadcast of mine, and the next cricket broadcast will be tomorrow, when I'll be giving you a match summary of the second one-day international, which will happen between Sri Lanka and Pakistan in Dubai. Well, until then, it's goodbye.